Hello, welcome. Welcome to those just joining us. We'll give people a few minutes to tune in to our live Santa leaf art event. My name is Chris, and of course, we're with Artist Palette Durham region. We're going to do a fun, I would call this more of a craft than a painting. What would you say? Please let me know in the live chat there, maybe where you're from, maybe how old you are, if there's maybe some kids joining us. I love when young kids join us for these events. Yeah, where you're from will affect what leaves you have available to you to paint on. I'm in Ontario in Canada. We've got a lot of oak trees, maple trees, all kinds of stuff. So lots of nice broad deciduous leaves that I could paint on. Maybe you are more north than I am. Maybe you only have like a lot of coniferous trees with needles on them. So maybe you don't even have leaves available to paint on. Maybe you're more south and it's like palm trees and succulents galore. That'd be funny to try to paint this on a palm tree. Might be impossible. But let me know where you're from in the chat there. And we'll see if we can get a few more people tuned in here. I will go over sort of the things that you see on the screen here. And remember that even though we are live, you can still pause and rewind. So if you missed something that I said, or maybe you want to have a little bit more time, just hit pause or rewind, see something again. All right, so what I have on the screen here, I did put down a tablecloth. You can put down some, newspaper, maybe a big placemat, maybe an old bed sheet. Protect your work surface because we are painting on leaves, so the edge is going to be super close to your painting surface. It's going to get paint on it. Here's the examples. We'll look at those in a moment. I've got a bunch of leaves, so probably more than a month ago when this event was posted, I said, press some leaves in a book now so that you have them ready for today. So here are like some examples of leaves after I've pressed them, but I haven't painted them white yet. So here is, they look sort of like hearts. That would be like a cool shape if you had anything like that. I'll probably do one or two of those. This is another pressed leaf. Just in any book, I popped them into like a adult coloring book, left it in there for a couple days, couple weeks. Here's some oaks. These are some, that's a very unique shape. Not sure it's supposed to look like that. Here's another oak. So that's what they look like once you've pressed them. I've done a quick coat of white on these guys. If you haven't painted them white yet, that's okay. Just do get a quick coat of paint. Here, I can even show you. Just a quick, get a little white. Let's do, I kind of liked the look of this guy. I think it's got to be a red bud leaf, I think. So just like that, just a quick, thin coat of white to get you started, and that'll dry in a matter of minutes. As I'm talking, that'll dry. There you go. That's an example. That's just how quick and easy it is. Let's do this one while we're here. That's it. That's all you got to do. There you go. 10 seconds. Whitewash. There we go. Put that there. So I've got some different shapes. So here's sort of a bigger shape of an oak. This is an oak with pointy little lobes here. This is another oak, but it's more rounded. A little bit different there. What else do I have? Look at the holes on this one. I just think that's so unique. You can paint on a ripped up leaf, a leaf with holes in it. Do you think that happened naturally, or did a bug have a little feast? Who knows? Look at these. I think these will be your more traditional looking Santas, where it's sort of rounded at the top for a hat and, beardy at the bottom. I think those would make beautiful Santas. What else do I have? I wanted to do, so I've got this like kind of crazy Santa where you have his whole body. Isn't that fun? I got some of those too. And it's okay if they're a little bit not perfect, like proportions. If the head is too small, let's say, in the, like, look at this. The arms are huge and the head is really small. And then this one's even got a few little extra leaves. Where's my scissor? I have a scissor here. You could even trim a leaf to what you want it to be. Look at this. I'm going to just give that a little trim because I want to make this into a Santa, but these extra little things don't really make sense. There, look at that. This is going to be a Santa doing the splits, really. Those are fun. I'm not sure what that species of leaf is. Oh, look at this massive one. That's like a two-hander. All kinds of stuff. Even these tiny little baby guy. Look how small. I've got an example that's equally small. Look at that. Look how tiny. I found that one on a hike. Yeah, so I'll paint like a few examples. I've got way more than I need here, but if I just keep them in this folder, they'll last for years. Just keep them out of like moist areas. All right, so that's my leaves that I've pressed and just a quick coating of white. This one is, a little damp, but that's drying quickly. All right, what else do I have? I've got paint, acrylic paint. Nothing fancy. I've got my black and white and then my 3 primary colors. And just with these 5 colors, you can make any color you want. Beautiful greens, browns, oranges, purples, pink, anything you need. Even gray. Maybe we'll put a touch of gray in Santa's beard. I just grabbed some. My brushes are pretty junky. They're all like chipping up, but just a random little handful of different sizes. You might need something like teeny tiny to do like maybe some eyes, eyebrows, something small. And I've got my water. I've got a paper towel. I also grabbed some pens and markers. So white paint pen or a white gel pen, always useful. And then I just grabbed some colors too. Maybe I want to throw some of those on there. If you have any glitter gel pens or glitter glue, that would be amazing on these leaves. What about stickers? Do you have some Christmassy stickers that you want to add to these leaves? That would look good too. What else do I have? I brought a little gold and a little silver paint pen. Maybe I want to add some of that later on. Anything you want. So I'm going to do like a small handful of leaves. I'm not going to do every single leaf that I have prepared. That would be too many leaves. But if you have different shapes, adapt what I'm doing to the shape of your leaf because yours is going to be slightly different. But all the steps are going to be pretty much the same. I do want to do this like big guy, so I'm going to give it a quick little coat. We're going to probably do their hats first, is what I'm thinking as a first step. And then we'll probably add like faces and then other details. That's going to be a good one. Yes, let that dry. So I'm thinking I'll do like this one. I do like a nice long one. These are both good. And definitely my big full doing the split Santa. What else is like a really, this one's just hilarious because it has so many holes. So I'll do maybe these sort of 6 as an example. You do whatever ones you have at home and you could do more later. This is just to get the creative juices flowing, get your mind working, give you some ideas, but you can take this wherever you want to go with it. You can make these into maybe ornaments for the tree. You can make this into a greeting card, mount that on the front of a card. That would be cool. Frame it as a gift in itself. Would look awesome. I'm going to use sort of like a medium-ish flat brush. We're going to put their hats on. first. Red hats are like the most traditional, of course, but I've got some that are green. That's like a sort of a darker green hat. There's some reds. Here's my son made this one, light green hat. He also made a Santa with sunglasses. I thought that was pretty cute. What about, oh, I do have one with a blue hat. This guy has a blue hat. Not sure if that's my favorite. Red for me. So I've got this lovely bright red. I'm going to add a little yellow to it personally. I like my red to be a little orangier. I just threw a little yellow in that. So it's still pretty red. You determine how much of this leaf is the hat. So is it like a 1-inch section of hat, or does your hat maybe come, it could go all the way down to here, let's say, and then the face is down here as an idea. Everyone's is going to be unique and different. And definitely put down paper, tablecloth, something, because look, it's going right onto the tablecloth. The leaves are so thin. So I'm going to go maybe here with my red hat color. And it's okay if it's a little bit streaky, it doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, I think that's like a good amount of a hat on that particular one. Let's do this one. Maybe like to here. We need to leave room for the face, the beard. Something like that. Let's see. This holy one is so unique. Let's do a little hat color. There we go. And it doesn't even have to like really make sense. Like here's my hat, but then like what is this little dangler over here? It doesn't have to make sense. Maybe it's a little bit of his beard. Maybe Santa has a cowlick. Who knows? There we go. Nice thin coat. Don't do it too thick. We do want it to dry. This guy, I will do, so he's going to have a hat and like a red bodysuit, I guess. Red hat. Leave some room for like face and then beard. But I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of his bodysuit. I'm going to leave sort of that area white for that beard, but the rest might as well go all the way with the red. And you could still sort of see the veins of the leaf through the paint, which I think adds, I don't know, something interesting, that it's a natural thing we're painting on. We're not painting on paper. It's perfectly smooth or a canvas. It is a leaf, and people will recognize it for a leaf because they'll see those veins. Get out of here, you crumb. Okay, there's my red. He's gonna look so cute. I'm thinking about doing like a different color on these other guys. And think about how you want to orient your leaf. So this is sort of a heart shape, but if I do it this way and I put the hat here at this peak, then this could be like the bushy beard. I think I'll do that. But let's do like maybe, I don't know, green? Green? Green is, of course, blue and yellow. So I want a little bit of yellow, a tiny bit of blue. And you can just add blue to make it a richer green. I might even put a tiny smidge of red the tiniest smidge of red into my green, just to kind of dull it down a little. It's kind of a rich sort of evergreen. Yeah, that's a nice Christmassy deep green. Yeah, we're gonna add patterns on these. What stripes would be cute. I've got some that have little sort of berries. So it's okay that's a little streaky. Don't worry about the streakiness. Is this guy sort of dry? I think I'll also give him a green hat. What else would be nice? Maybe like a gold. If you have gold paint, might look nice. Green, is it straight? I mean, not really. That's okay. And the leaves themselves aren't perfectly symmetrical, so it's okay. All right, so I've got hats on 5 of them, and then I've got the bodysuit on the 6th one. If you're doing a whole lot more leaves than I am, you could just hit pause, keep painting away on the hats, and then rejoin when you're ready. That's pretty good. So let's let that dry a bit. I'm gonna start adding the face color, like a skin tone, any skin tone that you want. We've got a variety of lighter or darker skin tones all over here. Oh, this one's even, this is sort of like a Mrs. Claus. My son Caleb made this cute little feminine one. This is sort of like maybe her white hair coming down like this. All right, yeah, different skin tones, anything you want. Let's mix up a little something here. I'm going with like a smaller brush. We're going to be doing their faces, so you might have to get a smaller brush than what you've been using. All right, I'm going to go with like a peachy skin tone to start. So here's some white. Let's get a little red. Get a little pink going, light pink. Get a little yellow in there. Tiny bit. So, I mean, I've got a lot of lights shining on me right now, and the camera doesn't really show the true color. This looks really white on the camera, I'm sure. But in real life, it's sort of a peach tone. I'm going to get a little red and a little green. Red and green make a little bit of brown, just to kind of darken it a little bit. Play around. If it's too greenish, maybe add a little red. If it's too yellow, maybe add a little red or green. If you want to lighten it, add a little white. Yeah, the camera just does not do that color justice. It washes it right out. Plus the black styrofoam palette. I could have chosen a different palette, but this one was available. Let's see what color I got. Yeah, kind of a muted peachy tone. So we want to add a face. I'm going to not let the face and the hat color touch. We're going to add like some white fuzzy trim. Let's not have them touch right now so that they don't mix together. And then your face could be like quite big and long, or it could be sort of round and plump. just make a nice thin coat. We want this to dry. And give him like a little bit of a chin if you want. We are going to add like a mustache. He's going to have a mustache eventually. But right now we'll do the whole face. We'll add the mustache after. And we are going to, like when we're going to have more color on the beard. So it's okay if the edges of your face is a little bit blurry, not crisp right now. We're going to add some beard around the face. That'll help sort of tidy up around. Yeah, and it doesn't have to make sense again. Like what is this and this? Is that, hair? Is that his beard? All of it's beard. Let's do kind of a big one. I'll do sort of a big face here. Again, I'm not letting the face color touch the hat color. We want it separate. We're going to add fuzzy trim there. There we go. So like all of this will be beard. Nice and thin. This is going to dry pretty quickly. That's my weird, very holy leaf. That's okay. Oh, I'm going to darken this a little bit. Red and green makes some brown. Another way to make like a brown tone, you could mix orange and then add a little black. I can do some of that too. Yellow and red for an orange. Some orange and a little black in there. Another brown tone. So there's some different, this is kind of like a warmer brown here. You can mix in that a little bit there, a little bit lighter tan. This one's a little too green for my taste. Really, any skin tone that you can come up with will look good. Go, still leaving lots of room here for beard. Go, and I'll give this guy a little face. I wonder if you could laminate these. You probably could put like through that clear sheet, laminate it, and then cut it. That would be very cool to like laminate, then maybe hang on the tree, or maybe someone could use it like as a bookmark or something. Okay, here's my 6 different Santa faces. Cute. A little wash. Ooh, I got spilled on my laptop. I need a tissue. Ooh. Water and laptops do not mix. All right, let's see how they're doing. They're starting to dry a little bit. Let's give them a moment to dry. Of course, if you are still working on maybe many more leaves, you can always hit pause, catch up with us. All right, let's see. Hello to Mark in the chat there. Hi, Pam. It has been a long time. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. I could show you some stuff while we're letting this dry a little bit. What do we have upcoming? All right. Yeah, this is coming up in December. What date? No, not December. What am I talking about? Yeah, December. It is December. I'm a little discombobulated. Okay, next week, actually, yeah. Right here. So this I called Brilliant Baubles. It is mixed media. So I did a watercolor background. That's where you get all those colors from. And we let that dry. And then we add black acrylic on top of it, outlining all the different bauble shapes. So it's sort of a reverse painting in that when we do the second layer, we're painting around the shapes. So this one is a paid tutorial. Tickets are on our website. Our website is artistpaletterm.com, of course. Brilliant Baubles. And if you can't, it's not like a live event like this is a live event. You get the recording to do it anytime you want. So you don't have to do it at the time of the release. You have it forever to keep to do on your own time. And then I made a second example just to show you that you don't have to always do what I do. Here is like a blue-green version. There's so many, I think without lights, it looks a little bit more vivid, but the lights are kind of washing it out. But there's just two examples. Brilliant Baubles. Next week, in 1 week, I release that tutorial. What else can I show you? Ooh, something brand new. Watercolor. We just added this to the website, I think today. This will be in January. I want to say January 9th. It is a 2-in-1 tutorial. You get 2 for the price of 1. I called it Winter Friends. So you get to do this Highland Cow watercolor, and you get to do this Moose watercolor. Again, tickets on the website for this paid tutorial, Winter Friends, January 9th. And then recently in the Watercolor Lovers Facebook group, I posted some cute examples of little birdies. So if you are in our Watercolor Lovers Facebook group, you'll see sort of the steps I took to do these guys. Feel free to join that Facebook group. These drying, they're drying. They're more dry. Cute. Those are a little wet. Cute. This one, yeah, getting there. Getting there. Yeah, let's look at some of the patterns and things that I added. So up here, I did sort of, are they stars or are they snowflakes? On his hat, I added some curly cues in his beard. Polka dots, pretty basic. And then is it like sort of an homage to holly? Some kind of little berry with little leaves. What else? Simple stripes. swirls. This one's cute. We've got sort of snowflakes and dots. That's a good one. All right. This is getting pretty dry. I'm going to start adding some details to some of the ones that are more dry. Got some different size brushes, maybe a smaller paintbrush. Good. So to this one, I'm going to add mustache. Needs a mustache. What is Santa without his mustache? So I'm just going to do white, and this is dry. And it doesn't have to be the most amazing mustache of your life. And it could be a little messy. There, now he's got a mustache. It looks a little better with the mustache. Good. I also want to add, when I did the coat of white on the leaves, I did it very quick, thin coat. You can see like bits where it's kind of too thin. We are going to add more white to his beard, but you could add a little color with that white. So as an example, like the light really washes it out. This guy's beard, has a little tinge of pink in it, but you can't really tell in this camera's light. A little bit of pink in that beard. Let's look at this one. There's a little bit of, tiny bit of blue in this guy's beard. Like little hints, little bits. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add more white onto his beard. You can kind of sort of give it texture with the white. Do it in little short brush strokes. And kind of tidy up around the face a little bit. But then I'm going to get like a little bit of blue. There's a tiny bit of blue here. Maybe there's a little bit of blue around the outside edges, or it could be a little bit of green. Just to sort of give it like shading almost. But I'm going to go and sort of do a second coat of white down his whole beard. So that. Put a little bit of blue, maybe around the edges. Make it look kind of, I don't know, weathered. Little subtle bits. Could be, I was saying green, could be gray. We could add some gray. Even if the mustache has like a tiny bit of blue in it, kind of tie it together. Super subtle, very light blue. And just sort of tidy up around the face. Yeah, and his beard just looks better with a second coat of white. The white looks whiter. There we go. And then I am going to do sort of like a fur trim on the hat. with white. Could have a little blue in it too. Where the hat meets the, I don't know, brow, his forehead, let's say. And I kind of just dab the white so it looks like it's a little bit fluffy, not just straight across. It's got to look kind of fluffy. Right along there where the hat meets the face. And then let's do, like, we could add the nose, we could add cheeks, we could add eyes, start working on our eyes. And then once you see like how I've done like one Santa leaf, you really could do all of these on your own. All right, I'm gonna do a light pink cheek, a little red, little white. Any shade for the cheeks. Yeah, that's like a cute pink. And then like I wipe most of the paint off my brush. I don't want a lot of paint for my cheeks. A bit of pink. I don't want it globby. I want it kind of soft. And then I even could like wipe it off further and just kind of sort of dry brush, kind of smooth it out. Very dry. But again, you do you. You can do like bright red cheeks, very subtle pink cheeks. And then for his nose, I like the nose to sort of be sort of pinkish. It's a little pinkish nose. Just so it stands out from the rest of his face color, right? And his nose is probably pink or red because it's pretty cold out. Maybe a little red in that. Or it could be, you could take the like skin color you used originally, mix some of that with some red. And my nose is just like a circle or an oval. It's nothing fancy. It's a nice little shade of pink. Cute. And then I've got sort of two different styles of eyes over here. So I've got, you know, eyes that are open. So I've got a white, focus, white circle, and then a black pupil. And then I even dotted a tiny little dot of white for a highlight. So the eyes could be looking up or down or left or right. Or I've got closed eyes. Just sort of a shallow U shape for a closed eye. Like that. If you maybe are sort of unsteady with your painting hand and you want to get like a marker or a pen to do, mouth or eyes, you could totally do that. I'm going to use, sometimes I like to dot my eyes with the butt of a brush. The butt end of a brush makes a nice circle. So let's do a little white circle. It looks a little demonic right now. Once we get the pupils in, it'll look a lot better. That's looking cute. I'm going to do a little mouth. It could be like a This is like a surprise. I feel like he's like, whoa, what's happening there? Or a small little smile. Oh, that's a teeny tiny baby little smile. The smallest smile is on that guy. Let's see. Oh yeah, my son Caleb, like he doesn't even have like a visible mouth. It's all mustache. And he's got sort of a very pale outline of the mustache there. Or, you know, this one's sort of a feminine one. That was a cute one. I'm gonna do a little smile. Cute. Lovely. So I'll work on a few more sort of to this point. I'm going to wait to do the black eyes. I'll let that dry. And then we'll throw some patterns and designs on that. Let's do this guy. Work on him a little bit. Yeah, nice bushy mustache. I'm going to add more white as beard texture. And since this guy's hat is green, I might add a little green into the beard. Yeah, adding that second coat of white just makes it like whiter, brighter. A tiny bit of green. Let's see. Seem like a little bit of light green in there. Very subtle. I'll do his fuzzy hat trim. You can kind of like glob it on there, really glob it thick, and then it looks kind of like raised up. Yeah. Cute. Give him his light pink cheeks. Very little paint. And a little nose. Cute. Do I want to do, I might do closed eyes on this one. Yeah, it's just like a shallow U shape or like half a circle shape. Gives the impression that his eyes are closed. Give him a little mouth. Maybe he's dreaming of something nice that brings a smile to his face. Yeah, I like how the shape, like this heart-shaped leaf, became quite a cute Santa beard and hat. That one's looking good. Okay, so those are like two of my bigger ones. Let's work on some of these little guys while this is gonna dry up here. There's some cute little guys here, and then my Santa doing the splits. I'll save him for last. And you could start sort of like an assembly line. You could do all the mustaches, then do all the eyes, and then really start cranking out a whole lot of different Santas. Hello to Melinda. Thanks for joining us, Melinda. All right, I've got mustaches. I'm going to add little bits of color. What about even like a little gray? Get a little black and white, make a little gray. Little bits of gray around the edges or sort of near the face. Little bits, mostly white. So this one's got some very, very light gray in amongst the beard texture. Hard to see. I can make these guys I can make them like twins. That'd be so cute. I'm gonna do it. Twin Santas. Go. Graying Santas. I'll do this little cutie. What about some maybe a little red in the beard, so it ends up looking kind of pinkish, but that's okay. This one with a lot of holes is really funny. I bet you next fall, when you're looking at leaves fallen on the ground, you'll see one and say, oh, that would make a great Santa leaf. And you'll save it. Okay, so that one has a very teeny tiny bit of pink in it. Just something different. I'll give them noses and cheeks. Yeah, you could give them, sunglasses, like this guy over here has sunglasses on. What else? I mean, if it was like anyone else, we could like add like silly things like a tattoo or something. But this is Santa. I think he's pretty traditional in his look. I don't think there'd be any, piercings or anything. Okay, they've got cheeks. I'm going to give them some little noses, like a reddish pinkish nose. Hi, Joanna. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah, they're looking pretty cute. And I can't wait to see everyone's Santa leaves because they're all going to be totally different. I want to see what kind of leaves you have too. All right, I need some eyes and mouths. I do kind of like the look of the closed eyes. It's kind of peaceful, I think. Closed eye. Tiny, tiny little mouth. I'll do some open. Such a cute little face. And I'll give you a little so this one will be open-eyed, but like he looks a little psycho without the pupils. We'll fix that. Let's give him a little surprised mouth. It's like, ooh, who's been naughty here? It's gonna look better. All right, I think I'll let those dry over here a little bit, and then I'll work on this guy. He's doing like a jumping jack, or maybe he's about to do like a cartwheel. He's getting ready for the cartwheel. Little beard, little mustache. And I'll do my extra white coat, give it some texture, and I'll even like, whoop, come back here, you. Down here where the beard meets the outfit, I'll add like extra white so that it looks like it's like the texture of a beard, of hair. You could even maybe add, like maybe his beard is curling. I could add like a curl, like to one side like that. That's pretty cute. And I'll throw in a little green in this guy's beard, just for some shading, some texture, a little green. Just a hint. Yeah, it's looking more furry down here with the beard. Kind of little bits sticking out. And I'll do sort of the fur trim at the top again. And, oh, everything. Cheeks, nose. And I'll give him some eyes. It's pretty cute. So the red is all dry. I can add, so I added green on the tips of his hands, as if it was maybe some green mittens. I did black on the legs, like very pointy boots. That's cute. All right, a little bit of color here. Or it could be maybe blue mittens and black boots, or whatever you can come up with. Oh yeah, he's just prancing along. Let's do some. It could be blue mittens. Why can't we have blue mittens? Just a very dark blue. Let's get. Yeah, it's like a. That's a nice blue. Oh, that looks fun. Excellent. So that looks good. Joanna asked if she could use silk leaves. I can't see why not. I think that would work. Why not? What if you even just, for fun, cut out some leaf shapes from paper, or like a cardstock, a thicker card, watercolor paper, make some Santa leaves. Be creative. I love it. All right, let's let that guy dry a little bit. How's my first guy? First guy's looking nice and dry. Lovely. I'm going to add pupils in his eyes because he looks just so shocked. We want to add some little pupils. I'm going to have him looking sort of downwards. And I try to make them sort of the same size. So there, he's looking a little less crazy with the black pupils. And then anything that you want to add to his hat, to his beard, you could use markers. We got paint pens, thin brush, and whatever colors you want. I'm going to add something with this paint pen. Sometimes these paint pens need a little encouraging to actually work. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe like a snowflake. Something like that. Just anything you can come up with. Little snowflakes, little dots. What else? Let's see how this guy's doing. Polka dots, stripes. Let's see, I'll use my thin brush. What about just simple white? Ooh, you know, it'd be fun getting a little baby mini pom-pom and hot gluing it to the tip of his hat if you have any teeny tiny pom-poms in the house. Okay, a little stripy hat. What about like the beard itself? You could do like, I did like the little sort of a mock holly. So like 3 berries and a couple of leaves just kind of dashed in there. Well, we'll try some of that red. And again, I'm using that butt. The butt of the brush is your friend to make dots. So handy. Yeah, that's cute. Little berry clusters. What about a beard that is striped red and white like candy cane? That'd be fun. What about a beard that's all like gold sparkling stars? You're only limited by your imagination. Okay, so there's some little, come back here, little berry dabs. Do a little green. The tiniest baby holly leaf. So cute. Yeah, that's very festive. What a great activity to be doing while maybe you and the kids are watching a festive movie. Maybe put on like, you know, Polar Express or something like that and just get some art supplies out. There we go. Like the tiniest little holly leaf pattern. He's so precious. I like him. I think that Santa leaf to me is complete. I might add maybe a little bit of pen later on to kind of outline maybe his mustache, but I like how that guy's turned out. I'll put him over there. He's done. Let's see what my little twins are doing here. I've got my twin little Santas here. Green hat, red hat. Maybe I'll do maybe polka dots. Could be like this one gets green polka dots and that one gets red polka dots. What other patterns? Maybe like zigzags, maybe swirls. Ooh, maybe like a plaid. Somehow invent a plaid beard Santa. That's kind of funny. It looks like he has like chicken pox on his beard. Let's get a little green going. Those are kind of cute together. I think I want to do polka dots on the hat. Hats. That's kind of precious. I like that a lot. And this one. There we go. Pretty cute. Can't you picture that on like the front of a greeting card? Oh yeah. I want to see if I have pom-poms. I think I have a couple pom-poms. They're a little big. Like, is that too big? That's not too bad on this guy. I think it might be a little much on, well, I'm not mad at that. I'll probably fire up the hot glue gun and add that. Precious. These are, like I bought these for the cats. All right, so let me work on this guy. Get these out of here. This guy and this guy. Oh yeah, and then I got, well, I could do something in his beard. What will I do? I'll think about it. Ooh, where's my paint pen? That's sort of like a pseudo plaid in in the hat. If I had more room, I would have a better looking plaid. All right, he needs some eyes. Oh, that's a cutie. This guy needs eyes too. I made this guy sort of looking to the side. Just something different. I'm gonna try. Ooh. Oh, there goes the cap. I'm gonna try a gold paint pen. That's pretty good. I like gold stars. That's kind of cute. Gold stars and dots, plaid hat, just different stuff. Okay, let's get this guy and then this guy. Get out of here. It's kind of cute. I've got some gold like starbursts. A dot and then lines kind of from all directions. Up, down, left, right, and the diagonals. Just like a fun little twinkly pattern. There we go. So got some gold dots, gold starbursts. That's kind of cute. All right, let's work on my last guy here. Okay, so I want him, I definitely want him to have a little bit of trim. So I've got like a fur trim on the mitt and the boot, a little bit of white. Similar to the trim on the hat. Blobby, fuzzy looking white. Cute. And yeah, his mitts are different because this tip is kind of broken off, and his boots are different because that tip broke off. That's all right. I think people will just think it's like a fun thing. Look at him boinging around. All right, I do like I did sort of like a snowflake and dot pattern, which I think is very festive. I want to show you maybe like a different way to do snowflakes. Maybe you don't have a pen like this or a pen like this. Another way to do like a tiny snowflake pattern, get a piece of like thicker paper or thin cardboard. Think about like a business card or like a coupon, that sort of thickness, and just cut a little piece of it. I'm going to dip this end in white paint, and I'm going to use it as a stamp to make snowflakes. And you can like kind of test it a little bit on your palette. There, so I just stamped that stamp There we go. It's just an easy way instead of doing it with like a thin brush. So I sort of do an X and then I put a line through the X. So it's like a six-sided little snowflake. Stamp. So there's the X, and then I do one across. And of course you could have a longer piece of card or a shorter piece of card to make bigger ones or smaller ones. That's just a fun way to do a quick snowflake. And I'll do this even on canvases, on bigger paintings. And like sometimes the card itself starts to get a little fat from the moisture of the paint. I can just cut a new edge so it's nice and straight again. Cute. I've got like a whole army now of leaf Santas. They don't really go with my Christmas tree though. Otherwise I might stick them on there. My Christmas tree right now is purples and pinks, if you believe that. It's a little unusual. And we have a lot of birds on our tree, little bird ornaments. Sort of a collection of ours. All right, so I'll do a few more little snowflakes on this guy. Very cute. I'm going to do some dots. I do like dots. So cute. It kind of looks like pajamas and a matching little sleeping cap. Pretty cute. All right, I do want to add a couple other teeny tiny little things that you might not have noticed. I do have like white highlights in the eyes that are open. So like this guy is an example, little white dots for eye highlights. And then if you look really carefully at the nose, each of my noses has like a tiny white highlight on the nose. That one's easier to see than that one. Just gives it a little bit more dimension, a little bit more 3D, that the nose may be, sticking out and it's got like a bit of a shine to the nose. Just like a little curve, small little curve on the nose. Tiny dots for white eye highlights. Tiniest. There they are. It's so cute. Just to finish it off, I'll do little highlights on each nose. What else could you do with these guys? I mentioned you could add glitter, you could add stickers, add a pom-pom. Oh, what if like if you have a big one like this, what if you paint the back like a solid color, and then you could write to and from, use it as like a gift tag. That would be interesting. Again, maybe like laminate them in some way, maybe like a Mod Podge situation. Somehow make it into a bookmark. There he is, his tiny little face. That's so cute. There, so there's sort of 6 sort of examples to build upon. I want to see different patterns, different colors. I want to see funky, unique leaves. Could be a leaf with holes in it. So many examples here. Sunglasses Santa. Do you maybe think Santa might smoke a pipe? That could be kind of a thing to add. What else? Anything else? Yeah, so here's sort of as many examples as I can fit on the screen. Where's my little tiny one? That's a little baby one. You could add pen. I've got some pens here. Let's see what blue. Ooh, green. Let's get a little green pen. I didn't use any green pen before. You could sort of outline things. Give the beard or mustache more, texture. Like curly cues. Ooh, careful, I stabbed through my leaf a little bit because they're so thin and delicate, and this pen is sharp. Stop doing that. Here's like a little outline of the mustache, just to kind of emphasize it. Just an example. All right, I think I'll wrap up this video. I'm going to take some photos. I'm going to post it in our Facebook group. It's called Artist Palette Painting / Drawing Support Group / free events. Free events are announced in that group too. I'd love to see your photos of your leaf art Santas. What a fun craft. I'd call that a craft. Excuse me. Hi, Pam. You're welcome. Yes, happy holidays to you and your family too. And the other artists, yes, thank you so much. Yeah, last holidays, like the 4 hosts, we did get together for like a little holiday meal, but well, with Vera, with the newer baby and just all the craziness of the holidays, we're not able to get together, but maybe sometime soon, because that was fun. All right, any last minute questions? Throw them in that live chat. Otherwise, you can email us with your questions. Comment on any of the posts on Facebook. Message us on Facebook. And yeah, so I'll see you live on YouTube in the new year. I'll have to plan something fun for the next live. And it was good to paint with you guys. All right, I don't see any questions rolling in. So have a lovely night, happy painting, and we'll see you in the new year live. And take care. All right, yep, don't see any. All right, bye now.